What up? Plant-based miracles and fruit up with Bobby Smith. What up, though? I hope it's sharing in both groups. Um, welcome to the last December show. Excuse me. Gotta get some of this. It's the last December show of live with Bobby. Then also just to let everybody know, this is the last show that's going to be in plant-based miracles as well. Starting at the top of the year, January 7th, actually, we're going to be we'll be doing the live with Bobby from the Fruit Up with Bobby Smith group. So stay tuned for that. But tonight we have a very, very, very special show. I'm bringing on somebody that I never even met in person. I didn't even know online that long. But when you meet people online and you vibing and you got that energy, you just connect. And I seen in this young brother, he's only 23 years old. His name is Camron Fuller. He is spectacular. He's been in both of my challenges. He was in the first challenge group with the 10-day smoothie, and he's currently in the fruit bowl challenge. Very smart, intelligent young brother. I'm honored. I feel like we need more examples of young men like this. At 23 years old, I definitely couldn't say that I was an example of what I would say hope for the future of our young men like this guy is. So we're going to bring him on. We're going to talk to him. Very knowledgeable, very patient, very humble young man. So let me get to it. Bring on the Camron Fuller, and y'all going to love him. Y'all gonna love this young man. So let's get to it. Last show in this group, we going to the Fruit Up. You heard? Yes.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, family? How you doing?
Very well. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, man. Smoothied up, fruit bowl challenge, what day we on? Day 5?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, day 5. So, I'm feeling real good, sugary, ready to go, man. Thanks for joining us, man. How you doing?
Hey, thank you for having me, and thank you for the kind words and introduction as well. I'm doing really well, so I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I think I'm honored to do this. I'm anxious, excited to do this because I think you are an example of what someone your age, 23 years old, should aspire to be. Not only from a standpoint of what we do like in a career aspect or what we bring to the table financially to the world, but the mentality that you have, I think, is what need to be introduced. So again, man, thank you for joining us, and I'm glad that we became friends, and thank you for joining the groups as well, man. You've been doing great, so it's gonna be a pleasure. So this is the last show in this group. So this is Plant-Based Miracles, but we doing Fruit Up with Bobby Smith starting January 7th. So you the last guest in this group. So let's get to it. So if you want to get to it, man, let's start off, man. People probably don't know who you are. They probably wondering like what's special about this guy, what's going on. So let's start off by just telling the group a little bit about yourself.
Definitely. So my name is Cameron. I'm 23 years old. I live in Kokomo, Indiana. It's a small town. It's probably about an hour away from Indianapolis, the capital. And yeah, I got my wife Mahogany, and we have a baby. His name is Malachi. He just turned 6 months old last week. And I just been diving in, really like seeking and learning. That's been like what my mind has been like consumed with over the last couple of years, and just trying to figure out, this whole game of life, I guess you could say. So
Facts, facts. 23 years old. You said you from Cucamonga? What is that?
Coca.
Oh, okay, okay. Indiana. You know, the Marcus Plant man is from right around the corner in
Yeah,
Muncie,
yeah.
Indiana. Yeah, yeah, that's what's up. So 23, man, you married already. When did you get married?
We got married in September of last year.
September of last year. How long y'all been together?
We honestly got married like really soon after we got together. So we met each other in about July, I believe,
Mm.
and we got married that September.
Wow, that's a fast paced relationship. What inspired the quickness of that marriage?
Yeah, definitely. So we met in, I guess we getting straight to it. We
Oh,
had met in and honestly, we were in a cult. So that's like what was expected of us. Like when people started kind of like piquing interest in one another, just to like go ahead and not even like waste it. Like I say waste, but they would look at it as a waste of time of getting to know each other and things like that. So we pretty much had like a set amount of time, and we had got to know each other within that time, and then we had decided that we wanted to be married. So we got married very quickly.
mm, mm, mm. That makes sense. If you know what you want, you know what you want. I can
Definitely.
respect that. I can respect that. So, did you grow up in Indiana?
Yes, sir. Yep.
How was it growing up for you?
I like the quiet life. Like where I live, it's not too busy. It's not like super duper small town, but it's a small city. I've been just visiting other cities. I worked in bigger cities and lived in bigger cities as well. But I really appreciate just, having that like more quiet environment where it's not super duper fast paced. Um, just been like, I guess you could say average, normal life, not too much going on, but yeah,
Right, right. Typical teenage shit and all of that.
definitely.
Mm. Cool, cool. So, what in Indiana, how is it in Indiana, man? Like, is it peaceful? Is it rough? How is it in Indiana where you at?
For me, it's pretty much all I know besides Michigan. But Indiana, like I like it. I would honestly prefer to live somewhere warmer because it
Mm.
is very cold. It's snowing right now, and it's getting
Right.
pretty cold. So when it's cold, it's very cold. But we have all seasons and things like that. I feel like there's definitely some great people out here. I've just grown up around some really good people. I met some good people. So I would say Indiana's pretty solid, definitely.
Mm, mm. That's cool. Yeah, I'm right next door to you in Ohio, man. I see it's cold as hell right now, snowy and all of that. So Cam, so let's talk about your lifestyle, man. How you living right now? Like what's a typical day of like eating for you?
Definitely. So as of recently, um, I guess for almost about a year, I've been on like a plant-based diet. But since I started doing the challenges, I've been we started 10 days. It's probably been almost 20 days, only raw fruit. So, we did the smoothies, and now I'm just doing the fruit bowls and stuff. But, I just try to fill my body with fruit, fill my body with nourishment, things that are going to give me energy, hydration, and things like that. Um, so, I've been cutting out, all the bad stuff for me and trying to put all the good things in.
Are you and your wife both plant-based?
No, she's not. She more so like she does it, periodically, and then she goes back. But I think it is something that she does, want to transition into doing. She's just a little bit more newer at it than I am, I guess I would say.
Mm. Is that something y'all easily like deal with or juggle? Both of y'all eating different diets?
Sometimes I feel like it does kind of cause maybe like a little friction. She really likes to cook and she wants to cook for me, but I don't eat cooked foods. So I know she'd be wanting to like make me dinner and things like that. And I'm like, babe, just go make me a smoothie or, that's so
Right,
yeah, you
right,
know.
right. Facts, facts. So, what inspired you to go plant-based?
Yeah, it's honestly been something that I've done or I've tried to do a lot of times in my life. just when I was like little kid, I, you know, wanted to be vegetarian. And then I was a vegetarian in like elementary school or middle school maybe. And then I was a vegan, but like vegan as in like soy-based meats and, you know, like vegan snacks and junk food vegan, I guess you could say. And then when I had got older, I had discovered Dr. Sebi.
Mm.
I had just seen like, you know, the claims that he was making and how he had, you know, healed people of different diseases and things of that nature by changing their diet. So I started following his protocol, his guide list, I guess you could say. And I really enjoyed that a lot. It sparked an interest of cooking that I had. And, you know, I was really interested in like trying to create like different dishes and things like that. But I was always into like learning how I can better myself. So how can I take this to the next level instead of getting like comfortable in the area that I was in. So even when I was vegetarian and I decided to be vegan, it was like overnight. It was like, you know, went to bed vegetarian, woke up the next day, I'm not eating dairy and stuff like that no more. And so as I continued to do my research and my studying, I had come across like other content creators. I come across Yaki Awaken.
Mm.
He, you know, presses about like the raw fruit and raw fruits and the diet of man as a species. And that really spoke to me and connected with me. Because I just it was like all the pieces just aligned. You know, I always have all these questions like, you know, well, why is this way and why is that way? But then when I understood that it was, you know, from what we put on the inside that affects everything on the outside, it made like so much sense to me. And it was just so easy to just like jump straight in.
Mm. That was a good point. What we put inside is what affects us on the outside. I like that. We're gonna get right back into that. I like that. But we can't skim over the fact that too, you said you've been on 20 straight days of raw high water content fruit.
Definitely.
How okay, so how do you feel?
I feel very good. Very good. Very energetic. Like I have the energy to do things, even if it's like, even if it's not a necessary like, oh, I'm up moving around, like busy moving and stuff. It's like I just feel very aware. I feel very like not checked out in my mental, if that makes sense. Like I'm here. And you know, I'm just feeling hydrated. You know, every meal you eat, it's just like drinking water and eating at the same time. It's just, so it's just nice, like seeing the changes over time and how like you could test these things and know them to be true.
Mm. So you decided to do the challenge. What made you decide to do the challenge and hop into 10 straight days of smoothies at all?
I would say community. Like, I'm always looking for, you know, people who are like-minded, like myself, and, you know, just to learn with and grow with. I was also having, I guess to say like a struggle where I kept on going back to eating cooked food. So I would be on like high raw for like maybe like a month. And then like I would get these cravings where I just wanted like, you know, some rice or something like that. And then I would eat that, and then it would just be so hard for me to like come out of eating the cooked food because it's very addictive. So I wanted something that was going to make me more accountable, hold me more accountable. So,
Mm. What do you think about the way people eat right now? Like, what do you think about the standard American diet?
I, I think it's very unfortunate because
I mean, that's a fact, though. That's a fact. Go ahead. Go ahead.
it's unfortunate because one, it's like a lot of us don't know that even the food, excuse me, the food that they tell us is healthy, health food is not good for us. And then a lot of people don't make the correlation in their brain that it is what you put on the inside that is affecting the, you know, the diseases, the mental health, the the body odor, the breath, like all that, like it's all literally affected by what you put in. We're so divinely created and just so like awesome. I don't know, like our bodies are just so amazing. It's like, why are we, you know, dying so quickly? Why are we, you know, having all these sicknesses? It's like, it just doesn't make sense. But it's like everybody is so brainwashed into like just going with the norm because that's what we see every day. And, you know, we live in a hustle and bustle society where for a lot of people, it's not even, it's like they feel like they have to, like, you know, I have to eat fast food because this is all I have time to grab. Like I don't have time to, you know, go to the grocery store and actually, you know, hand pick my food and, you know, actually be more conscious and aware of what I'm putting in my body. And then it goes like to the kids. So it's like, you know, the grandparents, they have poor eating choices. And then it's like their kids have even worse eating choices. And then, you know, they have children who, you know, they're just being raised and eating like Cheetos and candies and things like that. And it's like, it's an immediate addiction being formed in their brain. And it's like, if we don't come out of that, it's just going to be a never ending cycle, you know. That's
Fact.
why it's unfortunate, you know, but
And I laugh because you know you never hear somebody you know analyze the situation like that. Unfortunate, it really is. But so you got a 6 month old?
yeah,
So okay, that's what's up, man. How does it feel being a father?
it feels amazing. I love it. I love just being with him and watching him grow and, you know, being able to educate myself to be able to raise him up in a way that we could continue the good habits, you know, for generations to come. So it's definitely rewarding for sure.
So you're going to teach him the good habits. Who taught you? How did you come into this realization that you're supposed to be eating right? You're supposed to be getting back to nature. Like most people your age don't know shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a fact. So how did you get on the level of thinking that you on right now?
Um, I would say one, I feel like it's just within like everybody because we are creatures of nature. So no matter how far away we've been taken out of our natural element, like it's within our DNA. So I would just say that is maybe why I've clicked with the information. But like I said, people like Yaki um, and Dr. Robert Morris, they really like made it click. It was on a different level. Like, you know, like, you know, you see YouTubers like, oh yeah, this is why I eat. Like, you know, I try to do healthy, like, you know, but then it was like when you had people who really broke it down to the science and broke it down to biology and, you know, analyzing organs and digestive systems and comparing to other animals, other creatures that cohabit this earth, it was just like, it was something I couldn't deny, you know what I mean? And then just having that information, like I would say just from, you know, the people, content creators, books I've read and Facebook, there's information everywhere. Information is everywhere. So
Facts. I think the problem is it's information everywhere, but it's like what are you involved in, what you looking for, what like, so that's what I mean. So I know like how you got your information. So like think about this. So like in Toledo right now we just had two young boys get killed, right?
okay.
Over some bullshit, you know, stealing drugs from somebody or something. And they somebody found them in the house, in a burnt house, burnt down the house and all of this. How do we get these young boys that's out here today running wild on the street to get to look at the information like you did? To get when they 23 years old, they got their own wife and they having a kid and they living on the right path. How do we get the young boys to look at it? Like, how did you get to that point? What were you doing before that? Like, you learned this because we got to get these young boys on the path.
I'll say for myself, I was just going through I guess you could say like a spiritual awakening, a spiritual journey where I really was taking, you know, the type of content that I watch and the things that I do, the places that I go, the people that I hang around more seriously. So that was, for me, it was just like a shift of mindset. And I think that is very necessary, you know, because even like it's so deep, like the content, like if we're listening to music all day long that's just talking about shooting and killing our own and robbing and stealing and, you know, drugs, money, all that stuff, it's like you putting all that stuff in your subconscious, and now like that's who you're going to become. It's like it really is like what you put in front of your eyes. What is it, like it's like a scripture, I think, like as a man thinks, so he is, or so he is in heart, or something like that. Like what you think about, what you meditate on, what you are involved in, what you see every day, like you're a product of your environment and you will become that. So I say for me, it was just like just wanting to really better myself and knowing that there was more um for life, in life, for me than, you know, smoking every day and being drunk every weekend and eating fast food every day and just living a life where I was just really unhappy. So I think it's just like a mindset change, and it's like people stepping up in the communities, everybody's community, um content creators, people who are going out there and, you know, showing that there's better lives to be lived and being an inspiration to the youth, so that they have people to look up to other than just, you know, maybe rappers or movie stars, or, you know, people who are not setting the best example for us.
Wow. So, like, what is like your purpose? Like, what do you think Cameron's here for? What are you? What since you know better now? Like, you seem to not have ever done the bad or the, you know, just know better. So, what do you think your purpose is?
Honestly, like I think I'm definitely here to vibe, to enjoy my life. But I would say like to continue to learn more so that I can show others. Even, you know, I'm sure you know this, like when you try to, you know, spread the word like about, you know, the truth, like whatever truth it is, um, people are always receptive, but, you know, still going and pushing. So I think it's just like I feel in my heart, my purpose is to continue to learn better for myself, so I could teach my son, my family better, and people around me, so I could be a light, I guess you could say. So more people can know that they could change their habits. They can be more in line with self. They can be more in line with nature and have a better quality of life.
Yeah, I wish it was a step-by-step plan that we could give people. You know what I'm saying? So, like, okay, so we got this round table thing going on coming up. You was introduced to it with Eileen, Lachey, myself, Antonio, who we had on here last week, and Queen Jenny. I know I'm missing somebody, but Sade, I think Martin is there. What do you think the importance of us getting together and bringing information to the people is? Like, how big do you think that could be?
I think it's very big, very beneficial, because I'm not familiar with everybody in the group,
Right.
but just, you know, from you and Lachey and the people that I have met, um, we're, you know, average everyday people, I guess you could say. Like we're not, you know, I'm not speaking for everybody else. I don't have an abundance of wealth where I could just go out here and, you know, live this best life and advertise it on social media. And, you know, it's like connect with people more when you know that they're more closer to you, if that makes sense.
Facts.
You know that they're just normal people just like you. They're not these celebrities and, you know, the elite and stuff like that. And you see people making a change and having these conversations and talking about these things, speaking out, speaking against things that are not healthy for us, and not just physically and food wise, but just activities that we partake in, and um, ideas and mindsets and things like that. You know, it really does just take a seed to be planted for, you know, something to grow out of that. You know, you take from it what you do. So I definitely think like it's good to have people come together and have, you know, discussions on things that can be beneficial to other people.
Mm. What do you think about the people in the plant-based community? Like, do you think it's a difference between people in the plant-based community and people who not a part of it? Like, what's the differences you see?
Yeah. Well, I would say one, I see it's like it's division and like levels in plant based as well. Um, because I see like like even like some fruitarians, I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but I think you know where I'm going at. Like if you're in the fruitarian group on Facebook and you just see the type of comments and how people are talking to one another, it's not the best, I feel like. But aside from that, that's just within the community on its own. I would say I notice a lot of plant-based people like typically um more gentle, more understanding, and like more just like aware overall. And I feel like people get upset when you say that, like they act like it's like a, oh, you feel like just because you eat naturally that you're better or more spiritual or more awakened. But it really is another level, you know what I mean? And it really is something that it's just like it unlocks like like a level of like understanding, you know what I mean?
Mm.
As for people who may not eat the best and they're always filling their bodies with toxins, it's like how can you how can you get any type of higher level of thinking, higher connection when you have toxins coming in and out and you don't even have bowel movements enough throughout the day to even eliminate these toxins? So they just building up in your body. It's like you can't think straight. You can't think level-headed. Absolutely not. So it's like it's a different level of clarity that I feel like people who make that switch and that change and that journey to doing better for themselves have. And you just see things more real. Like you see it for what it is. At least I do anyway. Like I feel like I see things like for more face value than what I did before.
Do people like the naysayers, the people who don't eat like you do they test you, and what do they, how's that relationship with people?
I don't have too many people test me. I think my family around me know that I'm very much the type, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, and I have proven that true. So they know that about me, and I don't deal with that. And I also just feel like they wouldn't do that out of respect as well. So I do appreciate that. I would say I have people concerned about people are like, oh, like, because I've been getting like skinnier, I've been getting slimmer.
Mm.
And, for example, like I have people in my family, saying I've looked healthier at a different weight that I was at, but the weight I was at, I was eating Wendy's every day, like literally Wendy's. I used to love Wendy's, so I was every, and I know for a fact I wasn't healthier then. You
Right,
know what I mean? So
right.
me on a personal level, I'm also the type of person like I know what it is. Like I know what this journey is for me. I know that it's going back to nature, going back to the creator, going back to what was um designed for us. So it's just like the passion that I have that I'm like just brush past it all. So I be laughing a lot of times at some of the comments that people be saying, because it's like they're thinking small, and it's like you have to think past that. Like, okay, you could be looking healthy, but like I said, you got all them toxins in your body. So
Fact.
how you gonna get?
As a fact, man. So like say somebody who out here, like say the opposite of us. You got these guys out here listening to rap music. What kind of music do you listen to? Before I
Um,
go,
I listen to honestly, I listen to a lot of, like, more so now. I kind of stopped listening to like music with words, and it's not for any
man,
reason in particular. It's just I've been really drawn to um instrumentals, like music with like sound bowls. You know how you can listen to like the Hertz music and like
man.
things like that. I
Hold
like
on,
that.
hold on. Though. It's funny that you mentioned that because Lachey sent me some music. maybe about a month ago, like some Londrell. And ever since she sent me that music, I stopped listening to all other music. Now I listen to like jazz. I listen to the music you say. It's like just jazz music with modern day hip hop beats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like but it's all music because it take you somewhere else, man. It take you somewhere else. So it gonna bring me up to my next point. So like, think about like the thugs out there, the people who trying to live like the rappers and all that. What would you say to people like that?
Just in general, or if they
Just
were
in
like
general.
close
Just in
to.
general. What would you say to for them? Because you know that's not the right way to live. Because the way you living, you think is the right way to live. So what would you say to those type of people? Because we know this is the way to reach the optimal way of living. And we know the problem in our communities is the people that's going the opposite way of this living. So what would you say to them?
Well, um, I would say definitely like, what would I say? I
Because
guess I guess I would say like, anything is possible for anybody, and you also don't have to feel like you're losing a part of yourself to do better, because I believe that it'll come naturally, like even if people do like, they listen to whatever music, I mean it's whatever, like that's what they choose to do, if they're making some type of effort to change themselves and to be more at peace and whole, I think that's a great thing. But I would say, just to somebody who was maybe living a lifestyle where, just all around, it just wasn't a good one. I would just, try to encourage them. I always try to encourage people and, tell people we don't have to settle for, what the current situation that you're in. Anything can be changed and it could always be better. So I feel like that's what I would definitely say. And, I feel like personally, like, you know, maybe not, I don't know about everybody, but it's like, if you look at our journeys or just our life, it's like not everybody kind of drops everything at once. And, we don't know everything. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't know everything. So it really is a journey and a process. So where someone might, start off, first they change their diet. And well, for me, like I changed my diet and then I got into like getting away from, trying to get away from like harmful, like cleaning products. And then, looking into like different music to listen to and, different things like that. It's definitely a journey, and it's always like learning more and doing better.
facts, facts, definitely. How important is food in the journey?
I think it's I think it's most important because it's our natural, like, definitely understanding we are spirits and bodies, but if your body is not operating optimally as it was intended to operate, that spirit's not going to be right. So I feel like it's super important, and I really do believe that everything comes together once you get that. Yeah, it's the foundation, as she said. It's what starts off everything on a good path. So
You said it's the foundation. Who said that? I can't see a
I leave
goddamn comment.
that even in the group. I think.
Oh, so look, I can't see comments on my end for some reason.
Oh,
It be doing that. But yeah, so the food is the foundation. So that's why I wanted to ask you that, because I think in the gist of things, what I'm trying to get to is, if I think that you are an example of what I don't want to say the youth because you're a grown man, but a young man should be like, because 23 years old, I was out here running crazy. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't nowhere near that level of thinking that you have. That's why I wanted to introduce you, because people need to see an example of somebody your age who think like that. So, because when I was 23, I was lost. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know which way to go. And it's like, where do you start? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I change my life? And if you don't come from that, you really don't understand it. So, what is the importance of man and woman to you? Because when we do the round table, the first discussion we're gonna have is the man lifting the woman? How do we maintain that? What is the importance of your relationship and your wife and the family to you?
Definitely. I think you know, the man and woman relationship is foundational as well, because like that sets the tone and the precedence for how the family and how the children are going to be raised. So it's like the man and the woman have to be aligned with one another, and you know, understanding and also striving to want to be better for the kids. And I think that's very important, because it's like we're raising, you know, the next generation of people on this earth who are also going to be men and women who are coming together and starting families and things like that. So it's like that foundation has to definitely start at home, and you know, implementing those good habits, having a connection with one another, being there for one another, supporting one another, and pushing one another to do better, pushing one another to be the best that they can be, and to strive to be, you know, the best that they can be.
That's a fact. So, how do you support yourself and your family, like financially?
Well, I'm at work in the cosmetology industry,
Mm,
so I've been there for about 4 years now.
mm,
I've been doing that, and then like every once in a while, I'll get me like a little part-time gig, but that's been definitely like my main source of income.
that's a fact. I seen you. I asked you that because I see your post all the time. You know, put that shit out there. You know, for real. Because, uh, yeah, man. So as far as family go, what kind of family did you have growing up? Did you have your both of your parents?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So, because we got a lot of people with, I have both of my parents too, and a lot of the times, you know, a lot of our friends, a lot of my friends, they grew up without their fathers, and
Hmm.
um, that I think that's one of the big things that separate a lot of young men in the community, ones that have their father. How important do you think a relationship with the father is?
It's definitely important, very important, because it's like that's your first like man that you look up to. And you know, it's like you see the habits or the patterns or patterns, whatever, of your father, and you know, you see that as like a model for yourself, and just how a man is supposed to be, and just your parents in general, like the people that you grow up around, like you just see them and you're like, okay, this is how this is supposed to go, this is how life is supposed to be, because you know, this is what I'm exposed to, and these are how I'm being raised. So
Mm. So I like that. I like that. So when we was in the challenge, the 10-day smoothie challenge, in one of the group rooms, you mentioned a book you had called Breathe.
yeah.
Um, and you see what we got going on in the Fruit Up with Bobby Smith group with Lachey doing in January with the meditation and all of that. So let's talk about that, man. What do you know about meditation, breath? How important is all of that? What's up with that?
Yeah, I've been getting more into that. Like I said, you know, just learning more things and learning how to live a better quality of life. And I came to the understanding just through research and reading, that a lot of us don't breathe right. We don't even like take deep breaths in, and we don't fill our abdomen with all that air and stuff like that. And a lot of us are shallow breathers. And from what I was reading, it can cause like face deformities, and that was answering more questions for me as well, crooked teeth and things like that, which are
Mm,
unnatural. And you know, definitely, like from what I understand, it's like it gives you more of a calm, like it makes you so much calmer. I had did a meditation and a breathwork class with a uh somebody who I had did karate with when I was young, and he just like really took off into like the other forms of martial arts and meditation and breath work. And I had never did anything like that, and I had took the class with him at the park, and I felt so serene after. Like I just felt
mhm.
it was a calmness that I hadn't really felt, and all I did was just breathe for 30 minutes
Right.
intentionally 30 minutes. So definitely.
Mm. That's a beautiful thing. I'm definitely about to dive straight into this meditation stuff, man. You know, with the fruits, it leads you to the places like that. You know what I'm saying? in my journey and my fruiting up, I fell in love with the fruits. So, is there anything about this lifestyle that you really just love or like you just can't get enough of?
Yeah, I would say like the hydration from the fruits.
Mm.
Every time you eat, you're being hydrated, and you know it as soon as you eat something that's not fruit, or I would say maybe in a vegetable. You could eat a vegetable, but if you eat something cooked or like a grain or something like that, nuts or seeds, you feel it immediately. You're like, this is not normal. I'm so used to being hydrated. So I would say like just how powerful the fruit is, how it's so nourishing to the body, how it makes you feel after, and also just like discovering new things. Like um when I started like seeing things change in my body, like as far as, you know, maybe pain in certain areas,
Hmm.
um body odor go away, noticing bad breath go away, just noticing like different things. I was like, this is so cool, because I knew they was lying to us. I knew we didn't have to wear deodorant. Like, it don't make no sense.
Yeah.
And I was
Fact.
trying to sell us stuff, like, you know what I mean? And it's just like seeing everything like fold together, like even like what I had learned reading the book, the breath book, um learning that I used to always ask, like, why would we be made to have wisdom teeth if they just have to be taken out of our mouth, and if we don't get them taken out, they knock all our teeth crooked. And from what I had read in the book, since we're not reading, since we don't breathe properly, it causes like a small mouth and a small face, which is why when the wisdom teeth grow in, they don't have enough room to grow in, and then that's what knocks your teeth crooked. So like from
Mm.
different things out, and like just being constantly reassured, like, okay, like that makes sense, like that's unnecessary, you know. It's all because of what we're doing things wrong, and that's why we're having all these side effects, and that's why we're having all these problems. And it's not just that's just we was just created to have cancer. No, that don't make sense. Like, creator, God, whomever you deem that to be, is about life. So why are you just being created to die, and die very, very, very prematurely? So like having this understanding and seeing all these things like come true, or not come true, just knowing these things to be true and testing these things out of myself and finding them to be true is very gratifying to me. I enjoy it a lot. So
Facts, facts. And, you know, that's crazy, man. So you basically saying like people are sick for way more reasons than we know. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? Because that breath work, I never heard that, and so because it's gonna lead me to my next thing. Like, tell me something that I don't know, because a lot of people think just because I'm Bobby, I talk my shit, I post a lot, I know a lot of shit, but I learn every day. I love learning. Tell me something. Talk your shit. Like who? Like if you like had to meet somebody or somebody had to describe you, what would you want to? Well, if you had to describe yourself, like outside of yourself to somebody, what would you say about yourself?
yeah, yeah. I would say I am, well, a part of who I am is I am a truth seeker, and I look for truth in all things. And I know that there is truth in all areas, and I'm just out here searching and digging and just trying to find like where these things are at. I know that a lot of the gems in life are hidden, but hidden in plain sight. Like, they're there for us. It just takes us to align our minds with what actually makes sense, not what we're being told. I would say I go against the grain in a lot of things. I speak against a lot of things that, and I hold up opinions against a lot of things that the average person would probably not agree with.
Like
And
what?
um, like, for example, I'm very adamant on, I don't mess with vaccinations. Like, I don't mess with medicines and things like that. It's very much vaccinations, and I don't even talk about that online, because you're gonna have everybody comment getting on, and it's like it don't even make sense. It's like, I wasn't born without a vaccine. Why are you putting it in my body? Why do I need it? Like, I don't know. So that's something, like, for me, I'm just like all the way against that. I'm all the way against vaccine babies.
So
Um,
your son not vaccinated? And no ways. Mine either. Mine either. Yeah.
Did you
So that's,
have doctors give you a hard time? Because they was giving us a hard time.
let me tell you this. Every time I go to the doctor, every single time I go to the doctor, they talk about vaccinations.
Hmm.
And then two of them come in. It'd be one, and then the one sit down and try to, everything you heard about vaccinations. Man, I just sit there stale face like, yeah, well, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I'm sure. All right, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so yeah, that's a fact. So I'm impressed, man, because the way you think just like I do. So it
Mm.
really age ain't number the number, man. It's a soul. So
That,
you where you at? Where you headed?
um, mean, I'm looking to just continue to grow in this journey of like wellness and diet, eating right, and continuing to heal my body, heal myself. I've been thinking about, learning more trades and more skills. I definitely want to get into like figuring out how I can earn wealth and, just continue to flip that and like to be able to have assets and means to, if I wanted to take my family and we wanted to move to, another country and just be able to eat, fruit off the forest, all day
Mm.
long. That, or if I wanted to have my own land and like have my own home and be able to grow, fruit trees or whatever I wanted to do, to be able to do that, to not, have the financial aspects of life limit, so I'm just looking to, do that. I'm always looking to learn, reading more, getting into meditations, manifestations, and, just trying to get the best out of this life.
Hmm. Well, man, tell me something, man, about the universe. What,
About
anything, is any fact or any detail or something crazy about the universe that anything.
I feel like, well, I'll just give you like a opinion
Okay.
that I have, but I just feel like, the universe, uh, you know, people use that synonymously with creator, God, whatever, is definitely within us. And everything that is out there for us is already in us. And we can come to any understanding and any um, knowledge or any truth um, because it's already in, it's built in our DNA. And, God, we are God. Like we are, God is us. We are God. We are all a part of the universe. We are all a part of this bigger picture. We are all a part of this this big thing. I don't really know what to say. I like we are the universe. The universe was within us. It's a part of us. Like definitely, it's like so bigger than like probably what we can even comprehend. But
Facts. That's why giving somebody something to say like that, tell me something about the universe. Hey, what the hell you want to know? You know what I'm saying? It's so big. But one thing I saw about you in the group in the 10-day smoothie challenge, man, you brought somebody with you named Amaya. And
yeah,
I had to say, I love Amaya for the simple reason that she was so honest with the experience. And when she got done, she shouted me out, of course. Who don't want that? But it was a real thing. Um, what's your relationship like? How did you encourage her to get in the group, and how proud are you of her for committing?
yeah. Me and Amaya have known each other since daycare.
Wow.
We were babies like before kindergarten probably. I remember there's a picture of it's like me, Amaya, and like a whole bunch of other people, and like it's just like we're all like together. And then I just remember like that was like my good friend like at daycare. Like I loved Amaya, and then we had re-met each other in middle school. We met in the sixth or seventh grade, I can't remember, and we just clicked, and we was friends throughout high school and things like that. And when I had left and I came back to Kokomo, and you know, she was she was one of my friends who I had before, who I had lost contact with, who re-embraced me with open arms and just wanted to know how I was doing and what I had been through. And it was like we picked off like we never had left off.
Mm.
And when I had came over to her house, and I was just telling her about what I've been learning, and you know, what I had been doing and what I had been trying. And, you know, she was so interested. She was sharing with me like some, you know, how she was just ready to just make a change in her life as far as her lifestyle and her health and things like that. And I was just sharing with her, you know, everything that I had known. She was asking questions, and, you know, I was sending resources and videos, and she would check them out. And then I had asked her if she wanted to do the challenge, because she had been saying she was ready to detox, and she was like, yeah. And then I loved it how she was so like in it. Like, I love how she was just, like, she was posting her pictures. She was like full force, like in it. She would come over to the house and we would make juice. And it was like, because we was talking, and it was maybe like day 5. And I was like, you know, I was like, you're not going to have to drink water at all during these 10 days. And she was like, you know what's so crazy? She said, I just realized I ain't drank water in like 6 days. Like, whoa, like epiphany, I guess you could say, like on her face. I was like, yeah, like that was so cool. Like just seeing like how she's open and receptive, and she gets to taste the goodness of this lifestyle herself. It's not just she listening and she knowing it because I'm telling her. It's nothing like that. It's she is experiencing these things. She's having this life experience. She knows what it's like to feel good. So I definitely love that for her.
Yeah, man. That was yeah, she encouraged me. And that's why I tell everybody, you can get encouragement from everybody. Just because you sitting somewhere, you don't ever think you better than the next person. You know, that's what this, and you know, that's what this whole experience is teaching me, man, because I'm a high level thinker. You know what I'm saying? I'm a arrogant nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know that. But long as I know that, I can control it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to approach people in the wrong manner. So this is teaching me to remain humble. It's teaching me to care about people. I'm seeing people in different lights. And y'all energy that y'all brought to the group was spectacular. So I definitely appreciate y'all for that. And shouts out to Amaya. She was beautiful during the challenge. What do you think about the fruit bowl challenge compared to the smoothie challenge? Be honest. Be totally honest with me. You can't hurt my feelings.
For
But you
me,
might.
I was a little bit easier because I could throw so much in the blender and just drink. Versus like now I'm cutting it up and I'm eating it, and then I get full, and I get full faster, I would say, which is a good thing. But then I tend to like not eat as much as maybe I should. So much. And then like I'm, you know, it's like 9 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I need to eat some fruit. But I'm like, it's late. Like, I don't need to be eating this late. So I would say, like, definitely, I would say the smoothie challenge was more easy because I could just make a fat smoothie and then drink throughout the day and then make another one. But I do appreciate this because I appreciate the texture. After being on smoothies, on liquids for 10 days, like, I appreciate being able to chew the food and, you know, taste like, you know, you got the fork with the banana and the apple and the pear versus, you know, the Thanksgiving mac and cheese with the yams.
Facts.
So I appreciate that.
Hell yeah. I wouldn't be right because if I didn't bring you on and ask and you tell the people exactly what you think of me during the challenges, because you know the challenge was something I brought upon. And you know, you joining the challenge and you joining the second one is an indication that something went right. So be honest in your opinion and telling the people how I approached it.
Yeah, I think Bobby is definitely, he's very motivated. He has this experience, so he's speaking and he's doing these things and showing these things to people from experience. From my experience being in the challenge, it's very motivational because you have that person, you know, checking on us as a group, like, hey, like, how's it going? How you guys feeling? Encouraging us to post. And it's not even just about the post. It's like, if you're not making smoothies or if you're not making fruit bowls, you obviously ain't gonna post it because you're not doing it.
Right.
Or if you eat it, you're not gonna post it because you don't have nothing that you've prepared and actually ate. So it's like kind of keeping you accountable, keeping you on your toes, and just having that person who was also going through this thing with you. It's not like he's just, you know, hey, you guys, y'all need to be doing this. And then off on the sidelines, Bobby's eating chicken wings. It's like Bobby doing, and, you know, you could just see by his transformation that he's living this life and he has this experience. And it's just nice, like, being in that group setting. Like, I appreciate you for, like, stepping out and getting a group together where there's people who want to do these things and they want to challenge themselves, and we can have this community where, you know, we can make friends and you can connect with people, and, you know, hey, you know, I want to know about this, and, you know, being able to talk back and forth with different people and share their experiences is a blessing for sure. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. So long as there was no ill words, man, you fine with me. No, but definitely I appreciate you, man. You a blessing. And before we get out of here, man, I'm gonna leave this to you. I'm here, I'm gonna say this. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You know, you are at the level right now that if a lot of our young men were at 23, we wouldn't be worried at all. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing what you're doing. Keep inspiring. Keep taking care of your family. I love the fact that you married. You got a son. It's inspirational to me, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that I think everybody can learn from, no matter how old you are. You're a real humble guy. Seem like you got a lot of patience. And talk your shit, man. You deserve to. You know a lot of shit. Don't talk your shit. You can be arrogant if you want to. I see you got a little bit in you. But I'm going to leave the floor to you, man. Tell the people whatever you want to tell them about you, whatever you got going on, where they find you at, everything about Cam. The floor is yours, man.
Definitely. Thank you. I
All right.
appreciate that. Um, yeah, I'm on Facebook, Camron Fuller. I'm gonna be working here soon. I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to make more content about just this raw lifestyle, eating fruits and vegetables, just documenting my journey about, you know, my changes and just spirituality, mindset, different things that I'm doing, different things that I'm eating, how my lifestyle has changed, and just what really wanted to make content surrounding that, and, you know, connect with other people that way. I'm on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Supreme Bright Other, and I've posted like different reels of, you know, juicing and, you know, different things from different books that I'm reading. You know, just trying to build that community on my platforms as well. So you can find me there. You can connect with me there, and, you know, I love coming across like-minded people and like-minded individuals, and just having that community, I guess you can say. So
Mm,
definitely.
that's a fact. That's a fact. Um, Also, too, you we're gonna read these comments. And because I definitely seen one from Amaya. She said, best guidance to receive, 100. Love Cameron to death. Very smart. Definitely has an old soul. I love learning, and he makes me do that. I'm glad to have someone my age and close to me and care about my health. Love this new lifestyle. Even when I have the struggles, I know I have someone to talk to and actually understand how I'm feeling. Peace and love to everyone. That's big.
Hey, love.
Appreciate that, Amaya. That's love. You already know. I mean, like, I can't even see all the comments. So, um, this is um, this has been a joy, man. Uh, I appreciate you. We got how many more days in our challenge? 5 in this one. Um,
Yeah.
I'm behind everything you do, man, and I'm supporting you. I'm gonna subscribe to your YouTube. I'm gotta get you on Instagram and all that. And we brothers from here on out, man. You know, and it is what it is. We build, and we gonna keep building for the community, man. And I think you're a breath of fresh air for people to see, and I hope share this everywhere you can, so as many people can hear this young man as they can. So thank you again, man. Blessings.
Thank you, man. Blessing.
Yeah.
Love. I appreciate time.
Yes. Tell the family have a good night, man.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yes, that's the end of this show. This the last show from the Plant-Based Miracles. January 7th. We back. Fruit Up with Bobby Smith is going down. Hey, 2023 is getting crazy. Facts. Join the group if you ain't in it. I love Plant-Based Miracles. It was been a joy. I've had a fantastic time here. Everybody's been very supportive. But we back to the Fruit Up, and I'm out. Have a great night.